welcome to your custom deep dive. Today, we're going to be tackling ROI forecasting for SEO and PPC. Pretty critical topic for anybody who's really trying to get into online marketing and make those smart decisions.
Absolutely.
You've sent us some really fascinating research.
Yes.
It's titled Comparing the Return on Investment of Search Engine Optimization and Pay-Per-Click Marketing. And it analyzes 5 companies from different industries to project ROI over time.
Yeah.
So think of this episode as your shortcut to understanding
Right.
the key takeaways from this research.
Exactly. This research is pretty dense.
Yeah.
But we're going to sift through all that data and all those complex models,
Yeah.
extract the most fascinating nuggets, and help you understand what really matters when choosing between SEO and PPC.
Right.
Or when it might make sense to use both.
Okay, so let's set the stage quickly. We know SEO is about optimizing our website for those coveted organic search rankings.
Yes.
While PPC is paying to be at the top of those rankings.
Right.
This research focuses specifically on Google, given its dominance.
Right. And this deep dive speaks directly to a dilemma that I think a lot of marketers face.
Yeah.
SEO, the tortoise, slow and steady, potentially cost-effective in the long run, versus PPC, the hare, instant, but requires that constant feeding.
And that's where this research shines.
Yeah.
It doesn't just tell us which is better, quote unquote.
Oh, right.
It gives us a framework to understand the potential ROI of each.
Yes.
Depending on our specific circumstances.
Absolutely. So let's meet the companies that they analyze in this research.
Okay.
Sambla, a financial services company.
Okay.
Chili, a furniture company. Willys, which is in the food industry.
Okay.
MediaMarkt, they're electronics.
Okay.
And KVD, automotive.
So having this range really helps us understand how ROI can swing wildly based on the industry.
Yeah, it does.
Speaking of swings,
Yeah.
how exactly did they forecast this ROI?
Right.
It sounds like a crystal ball situation, but I suspect it's a bit more scientific than that.
You're right. No crystal balls involved.
Okay.
They cleverly combine industry benchmarks with Google's own tools to create these projections.
Okay.
For SEO, they factored in current rankings on search result pages, or SRP, the traffic volume of those juicy keywords,
Right.
and the cost of SEO efforts themselves. It's like a recipe. You need the right ingredients in the right amounts.
And I'm guessing time is a key ingredient here too, right?
Absolutely.
Some SEO strategies take longer to bake than others.
Exactly. And they factored that into how
Yeah.
quickly SEO goals can be realistically achieved.
Okay.
Then they went a step further and added click-through rate, or CTR,
Right.
and conversion rate,
Okay.
CVR, to the mix.
Got it.
Essentially, how many people click on your link AD actually become customers?
So it's not just about getting eyeballs.
Yeah.
It's about converting those eyeballs into paying customers.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And this is where we get to our first surprising finding.
Okay.
This study suggests that in the long run,
Yeah.
SEO actually outperforms PPC for 4 out of the 5 companies analyzed.
Okay. You've officially piqued my curiosity.
Good.
That goes against what a lot of people think about
Yeah.
PPC and quick wins.
Yeah.
But which company was the exception?
Yeah.
Don't leave us hanging.
Let's hold on to that reveal for just a bit longer.
Oh, come on.
But first, let's dive into why SEO might be that long-term champion.
Okay.
And we'll see how that exception might prove the rule.
All right. I'm intrigued. I'm ready.
Good. What's fascinating here is that SEO builds something lasting, like your website's authority in Google's eyes. PPC is more like renting visibility.
Okay.
You show up, you stop paying, you vanish.
So it's like owning a house versus renting an apartment.
Exactly.
One builds equity, the other is just a temporary solution. I like that analogy.
Yeah.
But building that SEO house takes time and effort.
Exactly. And that's where the research dives into the specifics of those efforts. Okay. They used a statistical method called regression analysis to project how factors like keyword rankings and content quality translate into website traffic over time.
Okay.
It's a bit like weather forecasting, but for your website's success.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing they also looked at the cost of those SEO efforts.
Yes.
Because we can't just assume it's free.
You're absolutely right. They factored in things like content creation, technical website optimization,
Hmm.
and even the time spent managing those campaigns.
Yeah.
It's about weighing those costs against the potential gains in traffic leads and ultimately revenue.
Okay, so we have this model that predicts how SEO performs over time.
Yeah.
But to really make it concrete, let's dive into a specific example from the research.
Okay, let's look at Chili and the furniture company.
Right.
Imagine you're trying to compete in a crowded market full of stylish sofas and trendy coffee tables.
Yeah.
You could keep paying for ads every time someone searches for velvet armchair. Or you could invest in SEO to make your website the ultimate armchair destination that Google loves.
Okay.
That's the long game.
I'm starting to see the appeal. So what did the research reveal about Chili's projected ROI for SEO versus PPC? Spill the beans.
Well, for Chili's, even if it took them a full 2 years to reach their SEO goals, their projected ROI for SEO was significantly higher than PPC in the 48-month projection.
Okay.
We're talking a difference of nearly 8 percentage points.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So even with that slower ramp-up time for SEO, it looks like the long game really pays off for them.
It does.
But what about that break-even point you mentioned earlier?
Yes.
When does SEO actually start generating more profit than PPC?
That's a crucial question.
Yeah.
For Chili's, the break-even point was projected to be around 36 months. So roughly 3 years in their SEO efforts would start to outpace PPC in terms of profitability.
Gotcha.
And that's taking into account the cost of those SEO efforts, too.
So it's not just about ROI being higher eventually. It's also about reaching that profitability tipping point sooner rather than later.
Exactly.
That's valuable information for businesses to have.
Absolutely. It helps them make informed decisions about where to allocate their marketing resources.
Right.
Now, remember that one company where SEO didn't come out on top?
Ah, yes. The grocery store, Willie's.
Willie's?
Why do you think SEO wasn't as effective for them compared to the other companies?
It's likely a combination of factors.
Okay.
Think about how people search for groceries. They're often looking for specific items or brands, making those keywords highly competitive and expensive for SEO.
Right.
Also, grocery shopping is often driven by immediate needs and convenience.
Yeah, that's true.
PPC might be a better fit for capturing those impulse purchases.
Okay.
Especially if Willie's already has decent organic visibility.
So it's not that SEO is inherently bad for grocery stores.
Right.
It's about understanding the nuances of the industry and how people search for those products.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But how can companies figure out if investing in SEO is worth it for them, given these nuances?
That's where this research introduces a brilliant concept called the critical budget.
Okay.
It's the maximum amount a company should spend on SEO for it to be more profitable than PPC.
Interesting. So it's like a threshold.
Yes.
If the cost of your SEO efforts goes above this critical budget, it's better to stick with PPC.
Exactly. Think of it as a decision-making tool. It takes the guesswork out of budgeting and helps you allocate resources strategically.
Okay.
For example, for MediaMarkt, the critical budget for SEO was quite high in the 48-month campaign, reflecting the competitive nature of the electronics market.
So even within the same time frame, that critical budget can vary significantly between industries.
Absolutely.
It's not a one-size-fits-all number.
It's about analyzing your specific market, understanding your competitors, and then figuring out where that critical budget sweet spot lies for you.
Okay.
But remember, this research is focused on the financial ROI, the bottom line. That doesn't capture everything.
You're right. It's like saying a house is only worth its market value.
Yeah.
It ignores the emotional value, the memories you make there.
Right.
There's more to the story. Right, exactly. There's the brand building aspect. The trust you cultivate with customers when they find you organically. It's like the difference between a friend recommending a restaurant and seeing a flashy billboard.
Right.
One feels more genuine, the other might make you skeptical.
That's a great analogy. SEO is about becoming that trusted friend, the go-to source for information in your niche.
Right.
It's about building a relationship with your audience, not just shouting at them with ads.
And those relationships that trust can translate into long-term customer loyalty,
Yeah,
which isn't always captured in those pure ROI numbers.
precisely.
Yeah.
It's about creating a sustainable online presence that goes beyond chasing immediate clicks and conversions. It's about building a brand that resonates with people that they actively seek out and engage with.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into ROI forecasting for SEO and PPC, what are the key takeaways you want our listener to walk away with?
I think the first is that SEO has the potential to be a powerful long-term investment.
Okay.
But you know it's not a magic bullet.
Right.
The actual ROI depends heavily on your industry, your current online presence, and how well you execute your strategy.
And that's where this research provides such a valuable framework.
Yeah.
It gives us concrete tools like the critical budget concept
Yeah.
to make informed decisions about where to allocate our resources.
Exactly. Don't just blindly jump into SEO or PPC.
Right.
Analyze your situation, understand your target audience, and then use these insights to craft a strategy that aligns with your specific goals.
It's about understanding the nuances, the trade-offs, and remembering that financial ROI is only one piece of the puzzle.
Absolutely. Think about the long-term value of brand-building customer loyalty and creating a sustainable online presence that truly resonates with your audience.
So a final thought for our listener to ponder? Even if SEO emerges as the winner in this research,
Yeah.
remember that PPC can be a powerful tool for those initial wins, for testing the waters and gathering valuable data.
Perhaps the ultimate secret weapon is a combined approach using both SEO and PPC strategically to achieve those short-term and long-term goals.
Yeah.
It's about finding the right balance for your unique circumstances.
That's a great point to end on. This deep dive has given you the knowledge and the tools to make those strategic decisions.
Yes.
Now it's up to you to take this information and apply it to your own online marketing adventures. Happy optimizing.
Damn, what is that, bro?